Hello everyone, this is Simonopolized coming back from another speed build, and today I am building a generations house. And I think it would be like the best house if you're playing like a legacy challenge or something. Because I think it can fit up to like 4 or 5 generations in the same house. And the reason I'm saying it could be like a legacy house is because the house has been kind of added on like in 3 places. Like you have the base of the house, and then there's like an extension like of another bedroom and the patio area at the back. And then there's another extension like on the right where the study is, and above it is another bedroom with an ensuite. And then there's another extension that is basically the garage, and I think nearby there is also like an in-law suite. So that is why I said it could be like a legacy house, because technically you could delete like most of the rooms and just start with the base of the house, and then keep extending or like expanding on it. Just by re-downloading the house again from the gallery, and then I don't know, like maybe deleting like the extra rooms you don't want to have. Like if I start playing this house, the first thing I'm gonna do is like I said, I'm gonna like keep the base of the house, and the base of the house is basically like where in the downstairs area you kind of have the study, and then the great room, or like the family room, and you have the kitchen, the dining room, and like the foyer, and upstairs you have, I'm guessing, 3 bedrooms, and it's 3 bedrooms, yeah, exactly. And then like the first extension is basically like on the back of the house, where on the downstairs there like another bedroom has been added. That's basically like the master bedroom, and next to it is like a big patio area. Not that big, but it has like a small outdoor dining set and a seating area. So that's like the first extension. The second extension is basically like on the right, and like downstairs it has like the kind of a hallway that has like a butler's pantry that connects to the dining room. And it has like a study, and like above it there's like an extra room with an ensuite. And the last extension is basically like the garage, where it also has like the in-law suite that I'm kind of working on right now, and they have like their separate entrance too. So if you don't want to use it for your grandparents, maybe you can, I don't know, use the roommate system and basically rent out the room if you want to. So that is it basically. I think the house is like, it's not the same house at all. It's like a whole other house, but there's like it's kind of inspired, like the idea of a generations house is kind of inspired by like this YouTuber I've been watching lately. Like the YouTube channel is called like Jessica Pie, I guess. I'm gonna link her like the link to her channel like in the description box. And what I really like about like the speed builds is that she gives like a backstory, and I don't know, she kind of goes on it like through the speed build, and then you gotta have like you get an idea of, or like you can imagine who are the people living there, like who are those people who are actually living there and everything. And it kind of gives it a big of a some sort of a personality, and it adds this, I don't know, this extra thing. Like, I thought it was a very nice idea. She, I think like 2 days ago or like 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Like 2 days ago, started from this voiceover. I don't know if I'm gonna actually post it tonight or not. Uh, yeah, it depends on how much I can finish. Yeah. So anyway, she did her own like generations home. That's basically a very big house. It's also like on a 40 by 30 lot, and I know if it's like a legacy, I don't know if it's like a legacy challenge, then maybe you might have to put the house on a 64 by 64. I don't know the exact rules, but I don't know, from what I've heard so far, I think it should be on the biggest lot that you have. So if you only have the base game, it's gonna have to be like on a 50 by 50 lot. And if you have like an expansion pack where there's a 64 by 64 lot, then like another world, then maybe you can, like, I don't know, you should use the biggest lot that you have. And that's completely fine, because the thing is that the house is like, it's very cramped. It's on a 40 by 30 lot, but there's no space for the like for a backyard or anything. There's just like the patio area, and it goes out to whatever is on, like it goes out literally on the property line. Like there is nothing. So if you actually put it on the biggest lot, it looks like an appropriate size, and then you can add like a patio and everything. And the reason I actually do that is it's actually easier to, I don't know, build like a big house on a small lot. So it's kind of a kind of versatile or like flexible when you actually place the lot. Because if I built like this house on like a 50 by 50 lot or something, or like a 64 by 64 lot, the problem would be if you want to place it on a smaller lot, then it, like, I don't know, it's gonna be annoying in my opinion. But if it's like the other way around, that's no problem. Like you can just, I don't know, place the lot or like in whatever place you want, like on the bigger lot. And yeah, maybe you can like add a backyard to your liking. Like I would probably add like a pool or something, and then maybe a small pool house or something. Not that there is any lack of bedrooms like here, but I mean, maybe you can add like a pool house if you have like an MC command center and you like, I don't know, extend the numbers of the families you're allowed to have. Then I would add like a pool house, and then that's gonna be like maybe for like an extra generation. Then maybe you can, like 5 generations might be living in the house, which I don't know, it's kind of weird that. I don't know, because normally it's like the maximum I've seen like is 3 generations like being alive at the exact same time. Yeah, so that's kind of weird, but maybe it's the Sims. Maybe they have like the potion of youth or something, or maybe they have like a death flower in their inventory, so whenever they die, they can cheat death basically. Yeah, so anyway, back to the point I was at actually. So this YouTuber, like Jessica Pie, I'm sorry. Yeah, the thing I like I said, like she gives like the whole backstories to her builds. And she kind of gave like a very nice backstory to her generation's house. Yeah, and I liked it a lot, like really loved it. So I'm not gonna like spoil anything. Like I'm gonna leave the link to her video on the description box too, and you can watch it if you want. Yeah, so mine is actually like I didn't go too much in depth with the storyline. But what I had in mind is that this house, like maybe the house used to be the house of the like. Let me rephrase the whole thing. So there's like a couple living here and they have like a daughter and a son. And this house actually used to be like the house of the mother's parents. And it was quite outdated. Maybe it didn't have like, it was only like the base of the house and everything, and then like When she got married, she didn't like. She kind of liked her house. She didn't want to move out, so her husband kind of contributed by renovating the house, and or maybe they both like he kind of like contributed because basically like what she's bringing to the table or what she brings to the marriage is the whole house. So what I had in mind that maybe the husband kind of paid for some renovations, and then um, they both started expanding when they realized that there wasn't enough space for her parents, and like I don't know, her parents, and then after like they had the children and everything. So I don't know, there it was quite cramped. So they started adding on to the house. So some areas would be, I don't know, some areas would be like very much renovated, and other areas would be a bit outdated. And the outdated areas are meant to be like part of the old house that hasn't been touched yet. Yeah, and that's mostly like I think the old master bedroom that's like on the upstairs. That's now like a guest bedroom. I try to keep it like I try to make it look like it's a bit outdated. And the master bedroom downstairs. And the reason I did that is because I don't know how to explain it exactly. But I don't know, like like my family and I, we were fortunate enough to actually, uh, when we like moved to all the places, I wasn't actually born when they moved like from the old apartment to the new apartment, but like the apartment my parents got, like the first apartment my parents got together, they renovated the whole apartment, like and then when they moved to the other apartment, the one when I was born, I was actually like raised up in. They also renovated like the whole apartment before they moved in, and the exact same thing happened also with like my dad's house right now. Yeah, so the thing is that we have been fortunate enough to actually be able to renovate or like finish the whole house or the whole apartment before we actually moved in. But most of the times, like my friends would actually, I don't know, they would move into the house and the renovations kind of go on while they're actually living in the house. And normally they start like with the areas where they actually like read the guests, so maybe like the formal living room and the dining room and etc. That those are the parts that get renovated first, and the parts that get renovated the last, for some weird reason, it was always the parents' bedroom, like the master bedroom, and that's what I had in mind. Like the in-law suite, that's kind of like the last extension that has been put onto the house. So that's why it's kind of like, I don't know, updated and a bit modern, and yeah, it has like a fresh coat of paint. It's not beige anymore, it's like very light gray. And the other parts of the house are kind of outdated, and like only like maybe the kitchen and then the family room, those are the parts that has been updated, and the kids room too, like the kids rooms. But as you can see, like the dining room is a bit outdated. Not, it's not outdated, but maybe they changed like the dining set. Yeah, but I didn't like repaint the whole thing, like renovate it or anything. Yeah. But the rest of the house, they actually like did it. So the whole house is renovated except the dining room, the guest bedroom that used to be the master bedroom, and the actual master bedroom downstairs that has been added on like in like the it was the first add-on, like, so to speak. Yeah, so that was the idea of the whole house. As you can see, it's kind of a Dutch colonial house, and I really like the house. Yeah, and I don't know what there is to say about it. I think the idea like of the family that lives here, like as I said, I didn't go like too much in depth, like with the whole story. But what I had in mind that maybe like the wife, like the yeah, so maybe the wife is kind of like, I don't know, she's very concentrated in her like, and she's very focused on her own work, and she like gets things done. And the husband kind of like slacks off a bit. So as you can see, like the room I'm furnishing right now is actually like the husband's study. In the floor plans, this used to be like the library. But what I did is that I gave him this like the library as his study, and there's another room that's actually like in the second add-on or the second extension of the house. And I made that room in like as the wife's or like the wife's study. Yeah, and as you can see, like in the wife's study, you're gonna have like like some documents on the on her desk, and I think some like letters and stuff. Other than the letters, I'm putting in the foyer. And what I had in mind that maybe she's kind of managing the finances because I don't know the she kind of thinks like if she left the whole finances to her husband, then maybe he's not gonna do like a very good job. She thinks if she takes the everything in her like if she takes matters in her own hand, then it's gonna like there wouldn't be any surprises. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I had in mind, and it's not necessarily that the husband is a bit of like a slack over some or anything, but maybe he was never given the opportunity to actually do things by his own. Um, yeah, so that was kind of the idea. Like, yeah, so there's nothing much to say about the children. So what I had in mind, and maybe I'm gonna discuss it like I'm gonna like discuss it again like in the by the end of the video because when I actually do their bedrooms, but you're gonna see it anyway. So they have, as I said before, they have like a son and a daughter, and what I had in mind that this son is kind of an like it's kind of he's kind of artistic, and he plays like the piano and everything, but he has like some stuff that he kind of uses to show off to his friends. Yeah, that doesn't really correspond well with his actual personality. So for example, he has like one or two posts, like one poster that's related to football and another poster that's kind of like a fitness related. Um, it kind of has like two Sims showing off their muscles or something. Yeah, and there's like a crate or like a box, and um, that's used as one of the side like the nightstands. And other than that, it's everything is like I don't know music related. Like he has like his piano, and the other posters are kind of music related. So what I had in mind that he's kind of artistic, but he doesn't want to show off that. He doesn't want to show off that because maybe he thinks he's gonna get bullied or something, or if he wants to look cool in front of his friends. So for example, he has like a punching, I don't know, boxing thingy. I don't know the exact word. Like the punching bag that you kind of use for boxing, but he doesn't quite use it. He like I don't know. It's kind of just there for show, um, and it's basically there to kind of flex on his friends and maybe try to I don't know uh, try to basically show him off. Like, and one of the crates, it's actually like an apple crate or like an apple, like one of the boxes where apples are stored. But what I had in mind that maybe he actually bought like the crate where that actually holds I don't know the beer. He didn't actually buy the beer, but whenever his friends are over, he just like tries to point out that maybe he bought a beer before, even though he's not allowed because he wants to seem cool. Yeah, so that was kind of the idea behind the boy, and the girl is like pretty much taking on like I don't know, the same vibe like her of her mother. That she's kind of a responsible person. Yeah, and she gets her stuff done. Yeah, so that was kind of the idea. I didn't actually give much thought to the elderly couple that's living here. It's basically like the I'm kind of furnishing their room right now, but I've just put some knitting stuff in, and I don't know, I wasn't too inspired um, with that. Like, I don't know, there wasn't exactly like a backstory for the mother's parents. Yeah, but I mean, they have a bedroom. As you can see, like the furniture seems a bit outdated because maybe that was their furniture before. Um, yeah, and but the whole room is a bit like updated with the color scheme and everything, and their bathroom is also updated. Um, yeah, so they have a walk-in closet, they have a bathroom. That's everything you need basically, and they have like a private entrance. So as I said, like if you don't want to play with the grandparents, maybe you can rent this room out. Yeah, so that was it. Now moving on to the master bedroom downstairs. That did not used to be the master bedroom. I don't know, the original master bedroom was actually upstairs, but that's the master bedroom now. And that was added on, like, that was the first add-on or the first extension of the house with the patio, like, next to it. Yeah, so I don't know, there's not much to say, but as you can see, like there's like a beige color scheme. You're gonna see the bathroom is somewhat outdated, like it looks like last time it was redone or something, it was in the 90s. Yeah, so that was kind of the idea of it, and I'm gonna go like with the same vibe to what used to be the master bedroom upstairs. That's now the guest bedroom. Um, Yeah, so nothing much to say actually. Yeah, the bedroom has like a I don't know, a door that leads out to the patio area. And yeah, the door in the dining room is kind of jumping off to a lot of topics, but the door to like from the dining room to the kitchen, or like from the kitchen to the dining room, is supposed to be like a pocket door. And I also used the dividers from the university pack to kind of mimic other like glass pocket doors that are kind of like open. They're not closed all the way, and they're not also open all the way. You can kind of see it peeking out a bit. Um, and I did that like in the kitchen, and like as the doors to the wife's study or the wife's office. Um, yeah, so uh, I like the idea of pocket doors. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like it means that the doors slide into the wall. So when it slides into the wall, it's like it looks like it's like an arch. It doesn't look like a door at all, and it saves a lot of space too because you kind of like slide it and it disappears. It doesn't like because usually when you slide open the doors, especially when they're like French doors or anything, it takes like a little bit of space like while opening, but pocket doors kind of go into the wall, so they save a lot of space and they look very fancy in my opinion. Yeah, so I like the idea of pocket doors. So I kind of mimicked it in this house. Um, so yeah, so as I said, like the whole idea of it that when you open the doors like all the way, it looks like an arch, like an archway. It doesn't look like a door, and it kind of gives off the I don't know, a nice flow through the house. And if you want to have some privacy, you can just slide the doors shut, like shut the doors. Yeah, and it's gonna. It looks like I know you have your own privacy and everything. Yeah. So anyway, now we are working on the informal area or like the upstairs living room. Um, yeah, there's also nothing much to see. I actually did a bunch of stuff like off the camera and other stuff I cut off just because like with everything right now like cut off and like with everything that I didn't record, it actually came out to like 28 minutes of building like sped up, and it took me I guess like 16 hours to maybe 15 or like 16 hours to finish the whole thing. And I don't know why it took that long. It's a big house, but it shouldn't take me that long. And all in all, I had like after cutting some stuff out and everything, I think it came out to like 8 hours of building, and I sped the whole thing up by 16 times. So everything is kind of 28 minutes up until now, and that's quite a lot. And I don't feel like anyone wants to see that. So the parts I cut out are actually the clutters, like when I started pulling out the clutter items, and the bathrooms. I didn't record myself doing the bathrooms just because they're the least important rooms you want to see me furnish. Um, yeah, and they're not detailed anyway. Yeah, so that was kind of it, actually. Um, I don't know what I did off camera too. I guess only like the cluttered items, especially in the kitchen. Um, yeah, and I pulled out like the some paintings that has been done by Simlicity. And the problem is when you pull it out, it's like it loses the frame. So I kind of moved in my sim self to like go into live mode or like live mode. I don't know how you pronounce it yourself. To kind of like put a frame on like on the pictures. Yeah, and that was it actually. Yeah, so this is the boys' bedroom, and I just finished the girls' bedroom. And yeah, you're gonna see, or I don't know what you're seeing. But anyway, I think I cut that last part out, and yeah, there isn't much to see. I think, yeah, now I'm actually decorating the rooms, and as you can see, like with the posters and everything, and he also only have like has one punching bag and everything, but everything else is kind of sports related. And here's the crate. And that is the girls' bedroom. And anyway, I think we're going off to the screenshots right now, so I'll gonna cut off right now. So Merry Christmas or like Happy Holidays, and see you next time. Yeah, bye.